Property problems that you want to avoid. Do not do these problems. Okay, so in this next video, we want to bring you more property problems that you want to avoid. Do not do these problems. So the major problem that we're going to be talking about, and one of the jobs that we were doing, was not having all the specification agreed, plans, measurements, design, like all of this stuff just literally wasn't done. If you don't have these things in place, like the architect plans, like the final how many kitchens you want, and you're going to start changing. If you don't have planning permission for an extension that you actually want to have as part of the job, or you're not sure, or maybe you'll do this, or maybe you'll do that, or maybe you'll go into the loft, or maybe it could be this design, it's going to cause a lot of issues. What kind of issues does it cause you, John?
Extensive. This one didn't get very far off the line. Right from the get-set, some really fundamental parts of that property, kitchens, what the rooms were even going to be were not defined, and they changed quite drastically rather rapidly. So some of the things in there were certain specifications for kitchens which all of a sudden changed halfway through to have more kitchens in and more appliances. Obviously it comes at more cost, so we're having to re-quote.
You're changing the spec.
Yeah, we're having to go out and the plumbers are having to do more work, which costs more money, which might not have been factored in by the client. So when you hit the client with a bill and say it's going to be this much more, they tend to get a shock because they don't realise the importance of getting the spec down, exactly what you want before that project starts. Because if you haven't got a specification, you've got no benchmark to actually see whether that property has achieved what you wanted it to or not.
Yeah, you got two choices. You pay the bill, or you try and negotiate with the builder. We have negotiated with the builders before, squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So what I'm saying is the mistake you don't want to make is don't be fooled by a quick start or a quick turnaround, because what could seem like a quick turnaround in the beginning can end up being very costly, very lengthy.
The truth is the property is in the condition it's in. So don't be fooled by a cheap quote thinking you'll get away without doing a load of work to it, because the work is there and has to be done to achieve the end product.
Or if the project is done and complete, later you're going to have problems. Like imagine like we didn't fix the floor here, later there's going to be problems.
Absolutely. We all as a team, I think we do it really well. We guide clients through that process of uncovering the secrets of the property, the things that are going to trip them up, and we're upfront with the cost of it and say, look, you're better off getting your surveys, do your research, get all your reports done, because then you're going to have less surprises later on down the line and the project's going to run a lot smoother. So doing research beforehand and getting that specification nailed down is of utmost importance as far as the build phase is concerned.
So there's some things that you've got to look out for. Don't be caught out, like John says, by people kind of dangling some low-hanging fruit there with, oh yeah, don't worry, we can do it for this price. Oh, we'll decide on that later. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's not how this game works. That will bite you in the...
I think the important thing about doing all of this is because, especially for us, it's, you know, I know I speak for all of us, it's more than a transaction. It's more than client, builder, house. It's they all become passion projects, don't they? And we're trying to raise the standard. We're trying to put better stuff out there and not just make it transactional encounter where we just give us your money, we'll do your house really nice. It becomes part of our passion, and like you say, we really work with clients and we're really keen on getting a good product out there and making sure that we're raising the market and raising the standard, and that's what's important.
Not on each side, Steve.
Yes.
Perfectly flush with the reveal. Perfectly flush with the reveal. Perfectly calculated throughout the whole house.
You know what that is?
Perfection.
Sexy.
And that's why we always do the right thing for the right reason.
Because that's the only way you'll... Wait,
That's better.
Do the right thing for the right reason, because that's the only way to discover your true potential.
Now do it with the finger.
Yeah.